You're charged with operating while intoxicated. You have the right to a lawyer. If I'll be happy to give you one. Would you like one?
Lawyer.
Today's courtroom docket starts off calm, but trust me, that doesn't last long. What begins as a routine OWI arraignment quickly escalates into a tense courtroom showdown, involving a deeply disturbing case of phone harassment, a furious judge, and a defendant whose excuses crumble under pressure. You'll see multiple defendants come and go, but one particular case ignites the judge like gasoline on fire. Stay locked in, because this session moves from standard legal procedure to emotional testimony, harsh judicial reality checks, and ultimately, a sentencing that reveals just how seriously the court takes crimes involving minors. Watch closely every expression, every hesitation, every word spoken in this room matters. Let's dive in.
Okay. So how about if I just go ahead and arraign you then, and then we'll set a court date and you can come back with your lawyer. You want me to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay. So on September 28 of 25, the police think you were operating a motor vehicle in the township of Brownstown on Fort near Gibraltar at 2:46 in the morning, and they think you were intoxicated. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs for all 6 points, license suspension or revocation. In accordance with your record, and your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. You understand that? Did you sign an advice of rights and read it and understand it?
I did. I understand.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that? All right. So I'll enter a not guilty plea. You're going to go hire your own lawyer, right?
Yes.
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. I'm going to give you a $500 personal bond, okay? You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs, and no contact with prosecution witnesses. You've never had a drunk driving before, have you? Okay. So I want you to go over to Taylor, though, and take care of your civil infraction. You should pay that before you come back, okay? And then that's been outstanding since August of 24, all right? So you got to take care of that. And we'll give you a new court date. We'll give you a copy of your bond sheet. And then we'll give you a new pretrial date. And that will be on, is that the 19th, Lisa? Yeah, she's on the phone. I'm going to give you a court date of November 19th at 9:30 in the morning, okay? November 19th at 9:30 in the morning. You go down the hall. We will give you a paper notice, and then you'll come back, okay?
Sure.
We wish you well. Good luck.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Priority Waste, LLC, PIB 149, 066. Thanks, sir.
Ethan Busby.
You're charged with improper plate and no insurance. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one. I'm sorry?
No, sir.
All right. So on October, I'll arraign you and I'll let you go talk to the prosecutor. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
On October 16th, she's reasonable. On October 16 at 25 at 12:07 a.m., it is claimed that you're operating a motor vehicle on Inkster near Weston, Brownstown with an improper plate. That is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. You also have a second charge of civil infraction, no insurance. Do you understand that? Did you sign the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
Did you read it and understand it?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
I'll enter a not guilty plea, $100 personal bond. You don't have to post any money. Here's your bond conditions. You cannot leave the state without consent. You cannot violate a law. Must appear in court as directed. We'll give the file to the prosecutor. You go out in the hall. She'll call you in and you see what you resolve with her. If she doesn't give you what you want, you can come in and request a court-appointed lawyer. Okay? All right. Good luck. Okay, sir. Good morning again. Your name?
Darren Mix.
Okay, so I'm going to adjourn this, but you got to move on renewing your license, okay? All right, so we'll give you a new date, November the,
19th at 9:30.
okay, November 19th at 9:30. You can go down the hall and get your notice.
Okay.
Go renew your license, and I'm sure it'll work out, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to give you an adjournment so you can get your clearances and your driver's license, okay? All right?
Yes.
So we're gonna give you probably November 19th. Is
Okay,
that gonna give you enough time?
yes.
November 19th, Lisa, at
9:45.
9:45, okay?
If, I do have to reschedule it maybe so I can do it. I think I have an appointment that day or.
We're at
Doctor.
what time?
I have to look, I can't believe, I think it's the morning, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
Lisa, why don't we just make it easy and give it her the next date?
Okay, December 3rd at 8:30.
Okay, December 3rd at 8:30. Just okay. December 3rd at 8:30. You can go down the hall and we'll give you your notice. All right? Okay, best of luck. 25B1490007B.
Good morning, Judge D'Anthony, on behalf of Mr. Marlon Owens, Spacious Woman Report.
Marlon, Amir Owens.
Ma'am, you can come right up here. Tell me your name, please.
Crystal Thomas.
So what happened here is defendant failed to appear for sentencing October 16th. Ms. Owens was here. Mr. Owens then came in on October 20. We rescheduled it for today. Now, he had pled guilty under section 771.1 to telephone harassment. A report was prepared. Have you had the opportunity to review the screening and or the pre-sentence report with them? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Yes, Your Honor, we reviewed the report. The only correction is to the employment. Mr. Owens is no longer employed at KBI. He's gonna be employed at, it's AISIN Employment. And he starts there on November 11th. But other than that, there are no other additions, deletions, or corrections.
Anything you would like to say on his behalf?
He does apologize for the situation, and we would ask that the court would adopt probation recommendations. Thank you.
Anything you'd like to say? Now, listen, you've been here twice. I want you to feel free to tell me whatever you'd like to say. And just relax and take a deep breath.
So, I would just like to say, thank you for Brownstone Police Station for taking your report seriously. I am thankful that due to the investigation, we found that my son was not a target or anything worse. Unfortunately, your actions landed on my child's phone. There was many conversations with my child when I provided him with a cell phone about technology and the permanency of what you send out into the world. And about how he's responsible for that at his young age. Grown adults should know better. You should verify that information before it is sent out.
Your son is about to become 13, right?
He is.
Okay.
So it was a very upsetting situation.
Now we move into the emotionally charged heart of today's docket. This isn't a simple traffic case anymore. This is a victim addressing the court directly, and her words reveal the trauma and fear that digital misconduct can cause. She highlights something important. Technology gives adults immense power, and misuse of it, especially toward minors, creates lasting harm. Her statement also influences sentencing. Judges pay close attention to victim impact because it reflects the real-world consequences behind the charges. What stands out to you here? TheMothers.com, strength, or the defendant's earlier absence from court? Comment below. These moments shape the judge's final decision.
And then when you didn't show up for court, it made me feel that you were not apologetic, sympathetic, anything for your actions, and you didn't take it serious. I've had to miss time from work. This is my second time coming in, and I'm thankful for my job and their understanding the situation. But I just hope that you learn from this and take it seriously. Consider what you're sending out on that piece of technology and where it could end up in the consequences and repercussions of having somebody else.
Anything else?
No, that's it. So, Your Honor, the reason, and I know it's not an excuse, but the reason Mr. Owens didn't show up, he was working. Today, Judge, he understands it's not really an excuse. He does apologize for making the victim have to.
Did he call? Did he call? No, court. You left the state without consent. Did somebody tell you could do that? Did I tell you could do that? Why'd you do it? And why didn't you call?
We all knew I had a job at Arraignment.
I can't hear you.
We all knew I was working. I didn't know y'all didn't know it was
You,
traveling.
you think we got some kind of ability to foresee that somebody has to go out of work, has to go out of state for work? We just knew you were working and so should assume that you'd go out of state without calling us when you knew a victim was likely to appear? Or even if a victim wasn't likely to appear, you wanted us to foresee that? You think that we have some crystal ball? You think that we're... I find this outrageous. Come here, look at me. I find this outrageous. I'm not talking about you not showing up. That's bad in and of itself, but that's minuscule compared to your conduct. You think this is funny? You think something about this is funny, sending these lewd videos to a 12-year-old? I'm not amused. And I'll let you in on a little secret. I got a really good sense of humor when I'm not in here.
Just for the record, it's clear it was in Marysville, Michigan.
I don't care if it was in Muskegon, Marquette, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Key West, Paris, France. I don't care. I'm not, look, he's not the only one that doesn't show up. I don't understand people. I don't get it. I wasn't raised that way. I don't do that. But that's not the issue here. The issue here is his conduct. You sent masturbation videos to a 12-year-old. Really? Really? Did he spend any time in jail in this? No. Right? You did or did not?
No.
I'm going to take into account the fact that this is really, other than the other offense that you had, theft or embezzlement several years ago. But I can't believe you just woke up one morning and decided you were going to start to do this. 12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must report to probation as directed. You're to attend the impulse control program with Class A training center. You're to have a psychological evaluation and treatment if recommended. You're not to have any contact with the victim or the victim's family. Four days jail forthwith. Congratulations, you pushed me. 4 days court work program, $35 a day charge for that for $140. Jail term could have been a lot worse. I'm going to assume you just somehow, some way had a brain freeze. on this date back in September of 24. 100 fines, 200 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 3.25 screening fees, 60 for 385, probation fees are 240 for 625, attorney fees are 40 for 665, 805 including court work program fees, 4 days jail forthwith. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I want you to give me a review hearing date, Lisa. If you show up and you do everything and you're compliant, I'll be happy to dismiss the case on motion of the prosecutor in 12 months. We'll give you that date now. It'll probably be in October of 26. What do you have, Lisa?
Can we double check the money? I got 905.
Sure. You're probably right. 300, 4.25, 485, 525, 765. You're right again. 905. Thank you. All right. Now,
October 21st for review date.
at 9 o'clock
o'clock.
in the morning.
Yep.
So you're in custody for 4 days. Should be worse, really. I'm sorry. I probably should send him for more. I don't like this. Do you have all this to pay? How much do you have today?
I'll get paid till tomorrow.
Just tell me you don't have anything today. How much can you afford to pay weekly or bi-weekly?
They pay a couple of hundred.
I don't want you it says you're earning 500 a week. I know you're starting new employment. I don't want you to bankrupt yourself. You pay $100 bi-weekly. How's that? And I'll start that beginning on November the 24th. How's that? If you don't have the money on any occasion, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom. I'll be glad to give you an extension. Or you can come in here on or before the due date, 8:30. Just don't. You owe them an apology. You understand? Don't ever do this again. Good luck. Thank you.
Judge.
Nevin Todd Janot. Sir, you're going to have a seat over there. Thank you. 25B1477558.
Dion Matteo, PA237A on behalf of Mr. Nevin Janelle. State your name for the court.
Boy, he says, I'm 74 years old in the victim statement. My encounter with this person was a meeting with the angriest, underlined angriest person I've ever met in my life, underlined exclamation point. What was this, road rage?
No, Your Honor. I just happened to sideswipe him. He was waving me to tell me my headlights were off. And then there was no really verbal interaction between the two of us.
Is there a John Zawacki here, either on Zoom, Lisa, or in person? He's asking for restitution. I don't know if you read this or not. It looks like he's not asking for it. He just said, that his insurance was going up because it's his third claim involved, and his premium's gone up over 90%. Third claim in 13 months. $2,700 damage to his vehicle. That's going to have to be done because, again, there was no criminal offense giving rise to the damage, so that's not the issue here. So I'm going to go ahead and sentence him, and we'll go from there. How's that?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you'd like to say in his behalf?
Judge, he's just apologetic for the situation. And we would just ask that the court take that into consideration.
Anything, sir?
No, Your Honor.
100 fines? How's his record? It's not too good either. Not horrible, but not good. $100 fines, 300 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 40 in attorney fees, 565, 2 days community service. That's to be completed by December the 20th or 90 days. Okay? 565 or 90 days.
Can he get a payment plan? Your Honor?
Sure. How much does he have today?
I have none today, but starting Friday, this week, I can do 100 a week.
Okay, $100 per week. I don't want you to have to rush over here. You start to pay that on Monday, which is November the 10th. If you ever need more time because something happens, you don't have the money, call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll be glad to give you an extension. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks very much. Probation will explain where you can do your community service at. Okay? Naya, Lene Thomas, 25B148943, A and B. Jeez. Good morning, ma'am. Your name? Did you meet, no, you haven't been arraigned yet, what, right?
No.
Okay. You have the right to a lawyer. You're charged with super drunk and open intox. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I will be glad to give you one. Okay. So Lisa, what did we hear on the lawyers here? I don't,
We're
Well-
using the arraignment and overflow, and Mr. Granata is on his way to help out.
okay. So I will just give this to a lawyer and then just be patient, okay? Because it's, we had somebody not show up today, okay? All right, so go out in the hallway and you'll be set up with a lawyer. Wish you well. Good luck. Ethan Lee Busby, 25B149565A and B. All right, sir. Your name?
Ethan Busby?
You have a valid plate now?
Yes, sir.
And you showed her proof of that?
Yes, sir.
She's going to have you plead, or you've agreed to plead to the civil infraction of no registration, correct? And then they're going to dismiss the improper plate, right?
Yes, sir.
And also, no insurance. You have insurance now?
Yes, sir.
That will be dismissed. To the charge, no registration, responsible or not responsible?
So
To the charge of no registration, do you plead responsible or not responsible?
responsible.
I'll accept the plea, 150, the improper plate's dismissed, no insurance is dismissed. Can you pay that now?
Yes,
Go
sir.
right down the hall. You're all set. Best of luck to you. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. Matthew Gates, preparing behalf of Mr. Chen. Mr. Chen, state your full name for the record.
Nicholas Challenge second.
All right. Does he stand mute? Wait for more reading.
Yes.
And now we've got a disobeyed traffic signal that he was defaulted on because he didn't appear. And the prosecutor's moving to dismiss that if he plead to driving on a suspended, correct?
Correct.
Is that what you want to do?
Sir.
If you plead to drive while suspended, revoked, denied, possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 93 days jail. Costs are all those 2 points. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Sir.
All right. And you want to do this, right?
Yes.
The charge, drive while suspended, revoked, denied. How do you plead?
Yes.
On to October 1 of 25 at 10:49 PM, were you operating a motor vehicle in Western Westwood in Brownstown?
Yes.
Was your license revoked?
Yes.
Are you on probation? Are you on probation right now? Parole?
Sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'm gonna accept your plea. I find it to be an accurate plea. Made voluntarily in understanding the civil infraction charge. Disobey traffic signals dismissed pursuant to agreement on motion of the prosecutor. I'm going to go ahead and ask, so why was he revoked? He had a flee and elude, I see. You ever have a drunk driving?
Yeah. I just got my license last year for the first time. I got the vote.
I believe, Judge, he was on a probationary period with that license, and he had multiple citations,
Jeez,
that violated that.
you don't want your license.
Decision.
One ticket.
Was it one thing that?
Yeah, I'm telling you, violated.
All
I
right,
was going all the way to work till 4, then what's on what? So I got a ticket, he sent a letter in the mail like the following week saying I was denying the vote for catching that ticket. And I was supposed to have been on probation last year.
Mr.
who's,
Chen,
who, supposed to be on probation with who?
The bank went to,
Secretary of State?
yeah,
he got his privileges, Judge, through the clean slate program.
he would not.
That he was supposed to be off within 12 months. They never called him for a review. Then when he received the citation, they received a letter saying that his privileges were revoked because of that citation.
All right.
So I did inform him to contact the attorney that handled that, the reinstatement for him.
Anything, sir, that you want to say?
You want to,
That's it. Well, that's it.
100, I'll go light on you, but Gotta be careful with this. 100 fines, 150 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 375 in 90 days.
Some of the payment.
How much do you have today?
They have it Friday.
You pay 175. I'll just give you, if you want to pay it Friday, that's fine, but I'll give you till the 10th. And then the balance, I'll just make the 24th. Is that okay? If you don't have the money, you call the court. We'll go on Zoom, honor before the due date, or you can walk in here, honor before the due date. I'll be glad to give you an extension, okay?
We'll do. I have it though.
Good luck. Stop doing this to yourself. Good luck.
Thanks.
People against Harold. Clarissa Concetta Nicole Harold, 25B 148-529 A. And I also have 24R 513-792 25B 148-529 B and C. So I have 529 A, B, and C, and then I have a case out of Judge Hess's. Your name, ma'am?
First, Nicole Burrell.
Madam, we'll confirm that as well. For record purposes, we'll stand you.
Where's she? Where you been?
Well, after the first ticket, I was back and forth with my 12 I had passed. And then I got the other 3 tickets and it was like,
Listen, you gotta show up in court. I'm sorry about your dad. Grandfather, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. You gotta show up in
I
court.
didn't change my address with the problem. I didn't do anything. And I should have.
Adjourned to November 19th. At what time, Lisa?
9:45.
Did you say 9:45?
Yep, 9:45.
9:45. Okay, ma'am. Go down the hall and get your notices. You got all these other tickets that are still in default, though. I just caution.
Going in, I have a half day at work on Wednesday, so I'm gonna go in next Wednesday and get those taken care of for me.
There's one case, where's one,
Can I just clarify something? On the B and C file, she waives reading and stands mute on the contempt charge, right?
Correct.
And then she also does them in front of, on Judge Heston's 13792.
is that the rock?
And that concludes one of the most intense cases we've seen today. The judge's reaction makes it clear when a defendant sends explicit content to a minor and then fails to appear for sentencing, the court's patience evaporates. The final ruling: probation, mandatory programs, psychological evaluation, fines, and for days of immediate jail time reflects both accountability and an opportunity for rehabilitation. This case is a powerful reminder of how digital behavior carries real-world consequences, especially when vulnerable individuals are involved. If you found this breakdown just as shocking and eye-opening as we did, make sure to hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more dramatic courtroom breakdowns every week.